Okay, so we're back. We're headed to work. We are okay. So we're on here today because we're gonna. Those of you guys who are in a corporate job, why are we doing this? Why why are we doing this? What who's lying to us? So going to my corporate job. Don't want to say where I work because you know HR. And this is what I found out this week. This is what I learned this week so far. Today is Wednesday. There are people at the. I guess I started this position in hopes to both love what I do or enjoy majority of what I do, kind of 80-20. Um, which you know, uh, if it's more like 80%, I want to enjoy the work that I get to do, the people that I get to work with, the clients that I get to work with, the brands that I get to work with. Um, and then 20% of that might be like, oh, you know, I'm not in love with like pulling analytics, or I'm not in love with like working with someone that is hard to work with, right? But there's things that you can't control, right? And I understand that. So 80-20. And the goal is to stay at a company. And if you live in New York, LA, honestly anywhere in the United States, you gonna need like a good like 90 to $175,000 to like live, right? If you make more than that, then like honestly, like that's amazing. Um, and what I've learned today is there are a lot of people leaving my company. There are a lot of people who aren't just like at the assistant level; they are um, higher up people who have been here for 12 plus years, leaving the company. And as I'm reading, trays and everything like that, I'm like, why would you leave? What else is out there? Is the grass greener on the other side? And I'm putting, let's say, like the pros of this job of obtaining this one of the highest levels of being in this position, not being a partner, not being like a VP or the president of some sort of company, but I would say something that's like above middle level, right? You know, on top of like the notoriety and the acclaim, the money should be there. The clients that you want to work with should be there. The work that you want to be doing should be there. But I think in times like this, if you work in entertainment, it's getting harder and harder and harder to get your scripts, TV shows, movies, clients seen. It's There's more content than ever out there in the world. There's more talent out there in the world, and if you everyone is it's a race to the top. And I feel like maybe with my specific company, just I don't know. I'm just thinking maybe these people that are leaving the company, which I'm like, I guess that's a good thing for mobility and probably good for the company, right? Because they're not paying these people all this money. But what does that say to reflect on me or the people who are coming up and beginning their careers in entertainment and corporate? Is like, I'm looking at their jump to their next thing, whether it be a production company or a PR agency or a management company, or a studio or a network. Like, I'm just like, people really want a, a, a decently chill environment to go to work in every single day, not to have it be super high stress, high strung. Um, and at the end of the day, I'm noticing this is the thing that I'm circling back to what I've learned is that I'm noticing it is better to have a lifestyle that you love living more than the job that you love and adore. Even though you are at that job, probably more years on your life on the job than sorry, I like sprayed cologne and I'm kind of allergic. Um whew! um yeah, like I thought the old model was like you get a good job that pays you well, you enjoy what you do, and live your life. But if you're in a job that's very high strung and very high stressful, and you don't have a life outside of work and your life becomes work, that's when I've noticed that life becomes like unbearable to live, and not to live, but it becomes you become like depressed or just displacement in your job. Um, and so, yeah, my question to you, to everyone watching, is if you're in a corporate job, why are you in this corporate job? What's your exit strategy? And maybe what I'm also learning is that maybe there is no dream job. Maybe there's just a dream life. There is no dream job. If you want to be a doctor, you want to be a dentist, you're gonna probably not like it for a certain amount of years, a certain amount of time, right? It's gonna come repetitive. Even if you work in music or TV or film or makeup or beauty or cosmetics or branding or marketing or something that sounds fun versus like accounting or law doesn't sound fun, but like if you work in those like you work in a department or in a job where you're rewarded for your creativity, um, those things are going to get repetitive, right? And those clients or those brands, whoever, are going to want more out of you, and you're gonna reach a benchmark, and then you're going to have to do do better than that. So I don't know. I feel like I might be opting out of something that I love to something that I'm just good at and can pay well, so that I can enjoy and have a beautiful life, right? I think I don't. No one's ever made a job made a movie called a Beautiful Job, right? It's normally it's the saying it's like you want a beautiful life. You want a strong lifestyle where you can see your family, your friends, go out to dinner, go to the park, get a dog, buy a house. So let me know if you guys are going to your corporate job this morning. Let me know what it is that you do, or let me know if you'd rather have the job where you get to do what you get to love what you do every single day, but the caveat is that it doesn't necessarily pay what you would want it to, but you're rewarded for being creative. Would you rather want that, or would you rather kind of be in a position where you don't necessarily love what you do every single day? You're good at it. You can get the job done, but it gives you the time and the finances to live the life that you want and curate the life that you want to live, right? Because no matter what religion you believe in, I don't believe any of religions come back and been like, "Yo, we come back." Like, you know, there's no do overs. Like, sure, reincarnation and come back as a dog or a plant or a lizard or whatever, but no other religion or anything or philosophy has been like, "Yo, you get to live your life over again," right? So really, what do you guys think? Do you want a job that you like? You love what you get to do every single day, but it might not pay what you need to like almost live or survive, or would you rather have a job that you're okay with, and maybe it's 20% you enjoy it, or you 20% like the job, but with 80% of it you're like, oof. But it gives you the job stability, or it gives you more than job stability. It gives you the time back and the finances to live your life. So let me know. Do you feel like we need to in order to live our life, we have to like trade in our corporate baddie, corporate girly, corporate poppy, or do you feel like we can use it for our benefit to live a life that we want to live? Let me know. And for those of you that are on the fence, and for people who are just like, oh, you can have both, where? Let the people know where and how. Where and how. Have a good day. Corporate girlies, corporate baddies, corporate poppies. Have a good day. Uh, don't let anything get under your skin. Be proud of yourself. Eat well. Put cucumber and lemon in your water. Um, have a beautiful life. Have a beautiful day. See you tomorrow.